My name is Julian Wana. I play offensive tag for Monticello High School, and Prep Sports Extra starts now.
Hi everybody, welcome to Prep Sports Extra. Alongside Julia Daniels, I'm Will Hall. A night of upsets tonight. Our spotlight game, a matchup of a pair of 5-1 teams in Elk River and Monticello.
Yeah, Will, a matchup so good, it happened last night. No spoilers, don't go check Twitter right now because we've got you covered right here. All right, let's check out the highlights of this one. We're going to start with, of course, the opening drive. Elk River's Levi Harris, 29-yard touchdown pass to Carson Cleffman.
Nice pass.
And a 2-point conversion makes it 8-0. Ensuing kickoff, Monticello's Johnny Moore. Ugh.
I want to see more.
You hate to see it.
Oh,
Elk's
no.
Peyton Freitag with the recovery there. They cashed in on that one with this one from a
Harris.
1-yard score. That's Harris and the Elks adding some insurance. Next possession of the ballgame, Magic's Cale Holthouse on the carry, 16 yards to pay dirt, 16-8. Elks are still up. Second quarter now, Magic trying to even the score, and they do. It's 45 yards to the house for Holthouse.
What a game.
Third touchdown from Garrett Bauer gives Monticello the edge in this one. 22-14, a Magic win.
What a win for the Magic as they move to 6-1. All right, action from tonight. Blaine hosting Mike Diggins and Centennial. Bengals striking here thanks to the legs of QB Jamison Niska. Calls his own number for the score. Blaine down 21-14 at that point. Niska back again. This time he's throwing a 20-yard completion to Elijah Johnston. And then a few plays later, he punches it in himself. That's a weight room ball right there. Tied up at 21 apiece. Cougars with the last laugh in this one. Isaac Belinsky Strauss takes it in from 7 yards out. Centennial goes on the road, wins a thriller, 28-21, the final.
Ooh, it is a night of thrillers. All right, Andover at Osseo. This is the second offensive play for Osseo on the night. Wes Grant, he's going to want that one back. Picked by Gabe Roeder, and the Huskies cash in with a touchdown. Huskies are up 14-0 when Mikey Criswell puts on the Jets 51 yards to the end zone. It's a one-score game after one quarter and second quarter now. Joseph Mapson, you know that name already, puts the Huskies up 21-7 at the half. But you know what?
Wow.
Osseo comes back and takes this one with a final 23-21. Another barn burner.
Shout out to Coach Lamker in Osseo. Undefeated Minnetonka hosting Edina. Tied at 13. Last play of the first half. You ready for this? Juju Mason West rolling right. Uncorks a 53-yard Hail Mary.
Was he in?
Holy biscuits and gravy. That's Sammy Stevenson. Answers the prayer. We slow it down for you. It looked like he got a foot in bounds.
Where's Gene?
Wow, what a grab. Hornets up 7 at halftime. On to the third we go. Skipper rallying back here. Quentin Restrepo. Tough run up the middle to tie things at 20 apiece. Edina had the last laugh in this one. This guy right here, Chase Bjorgard, a heck of a hockey goalie as well. He had 3 rushing tutties, including the game winner right there. What a road win for Edina. They hand the Skippers their first loss of the season.
Tonka's such a tough place to play, too. All right, let's go to Wayzata now. The Trojans hosting Maple Grove. And when I got there, the Crimson led 21-0. But the Trojans, they're downfield. They're knocking when Thor Sukup keeps it to make it 21-7. He dabbed to celebrate there. I don't know how I feel about it. But you know what? The Crimson respond immediately. James Angle, good Lord. Look at the athleticism to stay in bounds. Down that near sideline, and the Crimson win this one 42-21. The final.
What a run there from the future Maverick. All right, Egan hosting Rosemount tonight. Irish punch it in with the rushing score there. We move ahead in this one. Finn Mackin, the southpaw, drops one right into the bucket for Levi Cinemo. No N at the end, just Cinemo, not cinnamon. Right into your living room. Irish roll, 41-7. Now I want cinnamon rolls.
Man, what a year for Rosemount. All right, Prior Lake at Lakeville South. Land of 10,000 Lakes that all play each other. Griffin Dean on the carry for the Cougars, and he's in for the score. But check out this pass from Lakers QB Drew Brinkman. He finds Colton Gunderson. Man,
what a pass.
Solid connection there. They cash in with this Dylan Holly touchdown, but the Cougars pull this one off. The final tonight, another tight one, 27-23.
Man, the action continues over at TCO Performance Center in Eagan. Stillwater and Eastridge battling, pick things up in the third. Raptors up 13-7. That's St. Thomas commit Henry Byrne. Feel the burn, pounds his way into the end zone. Eastridge up 21-7. Ponies get one back here. Emilio Rosario Matias, their star running back. What a tough run there. It's not enough though. Raptors hang on, 21-13 the final.
All right, we got Forest Lake at Mounds View next. Mustangs, Beckham Wheeler finds Gotson Rufus Okumhanru. All right.
The future Bison running back.
What a pass on the execution touchdown. Mounds View, but Forest Lake responds with this connection. Connor Johnson to Mac Jerkovich, but down go the Rangers.
Wow, Forest Lake's first loss of the season.
28-23 the final, man. These tight ones in the 20s.
We told you, a night of upsets tonight. All right.
Hot Highlights is sponsored by Truestone Financial.
All right, time to announce this week's Hot Highlights winner. I got carried away. I got too excited. We get too excited on Prep Sports Extra. It's Ben Spildy of Hopkins on a little trickery. All right, Juju, break it down for us.
All right, here's how it goes. Trey Moore swings it to Dylan Casper, who launches it to Spildy for the score.
Ooh-wee.
Wow, congratulations to the Royals on the win. They get a cash prize and some swag thanks to Truestone.
Love it. All right, coming up after the break, we go back down to 5A for a battle for Robbinsdale.
Yeah, we also head to the East Metro for the showdown between Matamidi and Cretin-Durham Hall.
Hi, I'm Peyton Gramboys. I'm playing O-line at Eagan High School. You're watching Prep Sports Extra. Climb the ladder.
Welcome back to Prep Sports Extra in Class 5A. Matamidi trying to stay undefeated on the road this evening at CDH.
Yeah, Will, the Zephyrs are kind of flying under the radar this year. All right, let's head to St. Paul. This one was all about Matamidi's Jack Schneider. First QB, Mark Graff, launches it, and Schneider brings in the rainbow and houses it. I know we're a little glitchy here. Yeah, he's in the end zone. Yeah, he scores there. All right, later in the half, it's Schneider on the kickoff return. What a half. Matamidi ends up winning this one. Another tight one, 28-27, that final.
Zephyrs stay undefeated.
All right, Spring Lake Park at Buffalo. Lamari Brown with a 58-yard sprint.
He's moving.
Yeah, look at him go. 7-0 early in this one.
Wow.
Yeah,
what a run.
crazy.
Lamari.
Second quarter now, Nolan Roach on the keeper to add some insurance. 14-0 Spring Lake Park. They go on to take this one 21-7.
Stay undefeated. All right, staying in 5A. Cullen Nelson in Chanhassen hosting Mankato West. Pick things up in the first. Storm going to the air here. Nathan Ramler launches one. Wow. And that's James Kaufman. Stays on his feet. Little wobble. He's into the end zone. 74-yard touchdown strike makes it 7-zip. We move to the second. Ramler back to the air. Finds Logan Gustad out on the out route, and he's in for the tutty. Storm win this one, 35-21 the final. How about the battle for Robbinsdale tonight? Cooper hosting Armstrong. Pick things up in the first. Gabe Hall, what a run right there. Zigging, zagging, and no, folks, we aren't related. Gabe is a way better quarterback than I ever would be. Later in the first half, this is Zakai Nix. Takes it in for the tough rushing score. Falcons hang on, 31-28 the final. Orono hosting Delano. Pick things up in the fourth. Look at this catch from Orono's Riley Valine.
Wow.
Look at that. Catches it with his legs. I'm guessing that'll be a hot highlight finalist this week. Delano goes on the road tonight. They pick up a huge win. This is Bryce Beyer with the 57-yard touchdown run. Tigers win it 26-21.
All right, Will, I made the journey to Becker tonight. Anything for Dwight. Am I right, Will?
Oh,
you
we
know
love
what?
Dwight Lundy.
The Bulldogs were knocking on the record door for a while. They can't get it done.
Oh.
Looked like a tutty here, but there's offensive pass interference. Just excellent stuff from these Ricori DBs tonight. Not letting Becker get anything done through the air while I was there. You know what? The Spartans end up winning this one, too. 28-21.
All right, undefeated St. Croix Lutheran hosting Breck. Crusaders going up the gut here. It's Colin Avery with the score. We move ahead. Who's ready for a scoop and score? Andrew Peterson. Whoop!
Wow.
Recovers the fumble, takes it back to the house. St. Croix Lutheran stays undefeated. 62-15 the final.
All right, we got to give a quick shout out to our photog Gage for grabbing some highlights at Royalton tonight as they hosted Paynesville. Kirk Yurschek for Royalton finds Max Vanderden in the end zone. The Royals score right there. Painesville responds with this lofty pass from Mason Hansen. Check this out. It goes to Daniel Flint. We'll see him in just a second.
Wow.
Painesville goes on to win this one at 36-6.
All right, that's going to do it for Week 7 for Julia and Will and our fantastic crew. We'll see you same time, same place next Friday night.